What's up, everybody? This is Jazz with Sheen Magazine, and we are live here at Food and Lifestyle TV, and we're about to cook up some great food meals for the holidays. So we know that no one wants anything traditional, so we are giving you everything different. So right now I am with Chef Kelly.
Hello, darling.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm ready to, make some brunch favorites for everybody today. So I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm awesome.
Good. You look great in your Christmas ensemble.
Hey, you do tell us like we color coordinated.
We do.
Personified.
Come on.
Okay. So tell us what you're going to prepare for us today.
So today, I love to do twists on like traditional or classic dishes. So today we're going to do actually two different dishes.
Okay.
We're going to do a potato hash, but I'm going to do a little twist to it with and kind of make it more Greek-ish Mediterranean style, if you will. And we're going to do it with chicken sausage.
Okay.
Everybody isn't the biggest fan these days with pork and beef and things like that. Exactly. I thought about you when I found out you didn't like pork or beef. You don't eat those things. So we're going to do it with chicken sausage.
Okay.
And then while that's in the oven cooking off and finishing, we're going to make some strawberry waffles from scratch. So this should be very fun, very good, very light, but I don't like to make things that weigh you down too much. So, just to make room for the mimosas and the bellinis and whatever cocktails you want to do for brunch.
Come on. So let's dip into this hash. What are the ingredients that you use and how we putting it all together?
So today I'm going to do some chicken sausage, like I said, a little spinach, some fresh fennel, red pepper, orange peppers, some yellow, sweet yellow onions, and then I have my little aromatic blend. So there's some fresh shallots, garlic, some fiend herb mixture, and a little bit of butter. So we're going to get all that tossed up, cooked up.
Okay.
We're going to crack 3 eggs inside, and then we're going to pop it in the oven. And then while that's cooking, we're going to move on to our waffles.
Okay.
So you ready to go? All right. So first we're going to add our chicken sausage in the pan. Now the reason you always want to cook your proteins first, because you want that flavor, the fat that comes out of it, and that'll season everything else. So we got our chicken sausage. So make sure if you're using like stainless steel or non-stick pans, I always want to use like a rubber spatula or a wooden spoon. It keeps it from scratching your pans up,
People don't know how to.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, scratches and all types of things.
And honestly, you eat that stuff once it gets kind of scratched up and you're washing it. So what I like to do is break my cooking techniques up, or my material, if you will. So I'll cook the sausage first, put it back in the bowl, and then I'll cook the rest of my ingredients and then add everything back in together. So what you want to do is build your flavors.
Okay. Do you have a preferred chicken sausage?
So here in Atlanta, there's Delia's chicken sausage. Like, it's amazing. So I prefer using Delia's. You can find it at any, but from what I learned, the local grocery store. So I usually get mine at like Kroger or Publix or anything like that. But the flavors it's just a really good balanced chicken sausage. A lot of times you have chicken sausage that'll have too much fennel in it, or some kind of spices like overbearing. This is just a really good chicken sausage. But you can use any chicken sausage to make this recipe.
And you break everything up and make it into
and all we're gonna do is cook all the ingredients down. We're gonna put everything back in the pan together. And this is one thing I love about making a hash. It's a one pan dish. So you won't have to dirty up any more dishes.
That's perfect. Because when you are cooking for the holidays, your house can be busy.
Yeah, you got a lot of people
and wash dishes.
Busy. Yeah, nobody wants to be stuck washing dishes, cleaning up behind people the whole time. So all of this actually can be prepped ahead of time. So you have cousins coming over, aunts, uncles, whoever. All of this can be prepped the day before, a couple days before, and it'll hold. Alright, so that sausage is pretty much cooked. It's about 3/4 of the way, so we're going to put it to the side.
So you don't want to cook it the whole way through?
No, because what you don't want is chewy sausage.
Perfect.
So most of the time you cook things about 3/4 of the way, and once everything comes back together, you just reheat it. And then it still has to go into the oven and cook as well. So now we're going to do our yellow onion. And then we're going to add our red pepper. So a lot of times with hashes, what I love, I always have like a lot of leftover ingredients. So this is just stuff that I had left over at home just from cooking from the week.
Okay.
Or, you know, maybe if I was doing a meal prep or an event or something. That's our fennel. So we're just going to caramelize this for a couple of minutes. I'm going to add a little salt and pepper. Come on, stop, babe. Come on. Yeah. Bam. Then we're going to add a little bit of fresh garlic.
Okay. You can't have no meal without.
You can't. You really can't. Then some shallots. And buy, like, people like to buy the garlic that's like already minced up and chopped.
Okay.
Buy fresh garlic. It's so much.
You mince it yourself.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
One, it's less sodium.
Okay.
Which, you know, for me, health and wellness is one of my biggest platforms.
Okay.
So just the fresher, the better.
And you just dropped in butter. Now, was it salted, unsalted?
Always unsalted.
Okay.
Always unsalted.
Okay.
Salted butter really is for baking.
Okay.
Like there are some baking recipes that call for salted butter. Never cook savory food with salted butter.
Okay.
Because you need to control your own salt. So that's why we have our salt fillers. Alright, so these are ready. We're going to just dump this in with our chicken sausage. Like I said, y'all, you want to build flavor. You don't want to rush the cooking process. I feel like a lot of people don't really care to take the time to really build and let their food come together. It's just like, I want to get it done.
Together.
Yes. So now we're going to add a little bit of oil, and now we're going to do our potatoes.
Okay.
Same pan, everything again, same pan.
So now the flavor is cooking.
Everything is, the flavor is in the pan at this point, right? So what I did with these potatoes, these started as full-size russet potatoes. Okay. Washed them, peeled them, and then cut them down into like a medium dice, which is like a smaller cube. And then if you par cook them for about 5 or 6 minutes in boiling water, just enough to where you could stick a toothpick in it, but it doesn't break. Like the toothpick just kind of sinks into it.
Okay.
It'll help you. It'll keep you from overcooking your potatoes. Your potatoes sticking to the pan. And I always make this dish in a non-stick. Okay. That's the biggest thing. So we are going to add some salt, and we season around here. Okay.
Nobody wants unseasoned.
Not all some. A little salt and pepper. I'm going to add the rest of my butter. And now all we're going to do, I'm making a mess. All we're going to do is just let these cook. Like I said, they're pre-cooked already. Okay. So we're just going to get a nice crust on them. And then we're going to add everything back into it. And then we're going to we're going to make 3 wells for our eggs. And then we're going to crack those bad boys, pop it in the oven. And while those are cooking, we're going to move on to these. Great. Gotta put that. So yes, I have one of you right in my mouth.
So we are back with our second dish, and we're so excited. And of course, the purpose behind this whole segment is to talk about traditions, because the holiday season is so different this year, and a lot of the things that we are creating are things that you can make at home, things that you already have at home, just to make things a little different with a little bit of a twist. So we already have our hash inside of the oven, and right now we're about to get to these strawberry waffles with chocolate ganache and Bailey's cream cheese. I absolutely am excited because this hash smells amazing. Okay, and we see it with those strawberries, so I'm excited. I'm gonna get my hands dirty this time, and we're ready.
Let's do this. So she's going to make these waffles today. What I love about doing stuff like this is actually you can get friends and family involved. Exactly. Especially making stuff from scratch. Like it's a teaching moment. Absolutely. And 2, it's just good quality time to spend with people, just to, you can talk it out, hash it out, shoot it, however you want to do it. So we have our dry ingredients already together. So for our base, just your traditional basic waffle, we have AP flour, a little, I'm actually using turbinado sugar instead of white granulated sugar, a little baking soda, a little baking powder, and then our wet ingredients, we have 3 eggs, a stick of butter, and a little bit of pure vanilla extract, and we're about to get started on these waffles. You ready? So since we have all of our ingredients mixed, I want you to take your fork, just make sure everything is mixed in all together. And then when you're done with that part, make you a well in the center. And a well is basically you're just digging up a little hole in the middle of your bowl, and we're gonna dump all of these wet ingredients inside.
Okay.
Perfect. Yep. Oh, you know what? Let me add a little bit of salt. That balance. Mix that real quick. And now we're gonna go first. You can do your eggs. And while you're doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and warm this milk up to make our chocolate ganache for our waffles.
Okay. So pour the eggs right in
the center, and typically do like you would do if you're making scrambled eggs. Just scramble them up right there in the middle. Don't mix it around too much just yet. There we go. And this is so easy. It doesn't take, you don't have to be a professional chef to make waffles from scratch. Like, this is so easy. So we have 1 stick of butter here already melted, ready to go. So I'm gonna give you that. You're gonna pour your butter in the center. Okay. Our milk is ready to go. So I'm just gonna pour this milk on top of I have half a block of semi-sweet chocolate bar. You can use semi-sweet chips too, but I prefer the bar and cut it down myself. We're gonna pour a little bit of milk on top of it, and you're just gonna let it do its thing. Just let the chocolate melt. Don't bother it, don't touch it, and we'll come back to it. Okay. So now with this, we're gonna add about a teaspoon of vanilla extract. All right, now you can mix all of that together. Okay. So just kind of fold it. Now what you don't want to do is over mix your waffle batter, because it'll give you tough kind of chewy waffles. So we just want to do it real nice and light, and then we're gonna slowly incorporate our buttermilk. So it's about a quarter. I'm gonna have about a cup and 3/4 of buttermilk. Okay. So while you're mixing, I'll pour that in. We'll just do a little bit at a time. Get all that incorporated. So you don't necessarily have to worry about the lumps. The lumps will cook themselves out. Just make sure that your ingredients are pretty much incorporated. Okay. Okay. Great. So keep mixing that up. Now let's swap this fork for a whisk. All right. Make it a little smoother. In there. We're going to check on our hash. Beautiful. Grab this out of the oven.
Even the batter.
And it's just a simple, and the great thing about making waffle batter and pancake batter, you can add anything to it. You can do strawberries, chocolate chips, blueberries. Like, it's like your world is your oyster with that. This hash looks amazing. Alright, behind you. So we're gonna let that cool. So your batter's ready. So now we're gonna incorporate our strawberries. So I have some macerated strawberries here. Alright. So the strawberries, I have some turbinado sugar and a little bit of chambord. Okay.
And what is the benefit of turbinado sugar?
It's unprocessed. Okay. So it's a lot of the times, a lot of things that we purchase, they're not the healthiest because they've been processed so much or they've been put through a lot. And I prefer cleaner eating over anything. Okay. So that's why I use turbinado sugar.
Cranberry is always going to be good for the holidays. So
good, I love that.
Anything that you can mix. I actually do like the Bel Air with the orange juice and just make a nice mimosa. Sparkly. Yeah. Mimosa, which would be absolutely amazing. So now we are
adding our batter.
And strawberries are always amazing. Listen, anything with strawberries in it,
it's always
have a good day.
And one thing I love about making waffles, I really like more rustic looking stuff. Okay. So I never necessarily fill up my waffle iron like completely. Okay. So if the waffles look a little wonky on the side or a little, I don't know what it does. It just looks. Yes, exactly. The aesthetics of it looks really good. Yeah, it's really good. I love that. It's that part. These are delicious. We're gonna make a couple more of these. I'm gonna let you actually pour the next one in here. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful. So what I need you to do, baste with your butter. Okay. Normally I would do like a little bowl of melted butter, but we're gonna keep it real cute and ratchet and do it from the package. So I'm gonna cut these down. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Just a little bit.
Y'all know the butter always good.
No, alright, I'll swap sides with you. Alright, so let's get our platter ready. We're gonna lay this out. And one of my favorite syrups to do is a bourbon maple syrup. Bourbon? And it's so easy. All you do is take maple syrup, or honestly, you can use your Aunt Jemima, your Mrs. Buttersworth, whatever you want to use. A little bit of bourbon, a little bit, and finish it with some cold butter. Done.
Anything with bourbon is always good. Chicken, like bourbon is like one of those alcoholic beverages.
It's just you just can't go wrong with it. You really can't go wrong with it. So we're going to do. It will typically guess, but I didn't turn the timer on, so I'm going off the chef's intuition right now. So I'm going to just put out some of this Bailey's cream cheese. So this cream cheese, very simple recipe. It's cream cheese, Bailey's, confectioner's sugar. Okay. And then I use a little bit of vanilla extract and a little bit of almond extract. And another way to enhance it or to brighten it up more, you can add a little bit of lemon zest or a little bit of orange zest. Okay. And it'll brighten up the heaviness of the fat. So, I'm going to brush this around. Okay. This is going to be our base.
It's all pretty.
Oh yes, but honey, I am. You see,
you making
this is why I'm the model chef. This is why I'm the model chef. Okay. So we have our cream cheese base. Oh yes, love it. You did the perfect amount. Oh yes. So we're gonna cut these. All right, now all you're gonna do is just layer your waffles up. Okay. Very simple. For me, presentation is everything. We always eat with our eyes. So that's how you present your food.
Yeah, she put the Picasso down with the paper.
I gotta use the Picasso.
Okay, she put the Picasso down on the platter. Yes. And now she's layering it up, stacking it up. So now strawberry waffles.
So now I'm gonna do the chocolate gouache. Very, very simple. Alright, so we're just gonna drizzle this on just a little bit. And you can make this as thick as you want, as thin as you want, it doesn't matter.
Okay. The Picasso.
Like that. And we're gonna do some more macerated strawberries on top. And nothing goes better than chocolate and strawberries. That's like the ultimate aphrodisiac.
It is definitely like a bruncher's favorite. So we are back and we are peach. Okay. So we have our strawberry waffles with chocolate ganache and Belgian cream cheese with shavings and chocolate.
It's a party on the plate.
Just Picasso. Okay. And then we have our chicken and potato hash. So we are excited about that with the wells and the eggs and the feta cheese. And then right now we're about to make a whole breakfast mimosa utilizing Bel Air's rosé. And Pretty B just became the face of this particular line. So we're gonna do a whole mimosa for this. So let's go ahead and get it popping.
I'll do the orange juice. Okay. Are we doing splashes of orange juice, or are we making?
We can do a splash. We can do a little splash of the orange juice.
And it matches. We got the red, we got the pink,
and we got the strawberries at the bottom.
Come on. And these are the same macerated strawberries from our waffles. So again, we're cross-utilizing another product and it has a little shampoo in it too. So
absolutely.
You can never be mad at that. We're gonna do our little splash of orange juice.
And we're gonna toast to the holidays.
We are.
Toast to the holidays being great and good food, good brunch, Black Girl Magic.
I was just about to say, come on, Black Girl Magic.
And
alright, so we're gonna put the party to the side and then we're gonna get to the real part.
I'm excited.
So I'm gonna serve you up.
Okay.
Cause that's my thing. I like to take care of my guests.
Alright.
So we have here, if you guys can see, we got our 3 eggs in our well. So I just topped it with a little bit of cheese, a little garlic and spinach. It's time to get this thing going. I'm gonna give you your egg.
Okay.
Christmas and a happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas.
Another thing, this is not super heavy on salt. So, no sodium.
Yeah.
You can control your own salt. Like she said, no salted butter.
Yes, always use unsalted butter. Because that way you can gauge the amount of salt that you want to use. Okay, after that. And then I'm going to let you pick whichever waffle you want. Guess picks first.
I want the one on the side.
There you go.
I want the one on the side. I'm sorry, guys.
I was going to say, please get cream cheese. So now, you get the first bite and then you tell me what you think.
I'm gonna start with this hash. I'm gonna start with the hash.
Come on, sis. Come on, sis.
So I know you was in the picture.
Okay. So a lot of this stuff you should already have at home. Again, your basic ingredients just to make a basic Belgian waffle. The hash, literally this hash was just leftovers I have at home in the freezer or the refrigerator to bring all this together. Really? I cook every day. So for me, yes, and people are like, well, you're a chef, you're supposed to have this stuff. Not necessarily, but I just love to eat. I love to take care of my friends, my family when they come over. So for me, this is something I can recommend doing on Tuesday mornings because I feel like it. But I want to encourage people to do, to cook more often at home and to, bond with your friends and your family because, we're in the middle of a pandemic right now. Times are hard, things are difficult. So, just appreciate the times that we have together with each other because, at the end of the day, tomorrow's never promised to anybody. So, I'm glad you're enjoying. Thank you for having me today.
You're very, very welcome.
This was wonderful, and I'm about to tell you this is so good.
Thank you so much. And this is an amazing recipe. We're gonna chow down on the rest of this food.
I wish I were here to try to eat it with us, but it's so much.
Just look this way. Your bone, something.
Anything.
You're gonna eat this, and this is gonna be amazing. Stay tuned for more. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.